Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we're going to be talking about some NASCAR news. Not really NASCAR news, we're just going to be doing a video basically simply talking about NASCAR and what's to come for the 2021 season, because I know a lot of people that watch NASCAR, and I'm a big NASCAR fan. I didn't watch, alright, I'll be honest, some of the races last season, this past season, I did not watch because I was at work. But I'm still a big NASCAR fan, and I still love the sport, and I always will love the sport. But there's one thing I've noticed since I think it's been 2005, a certain driver that has raced in NASCAR for almost 20 years now. Almost 20 years. He's 33 years old. He's 33, and he's almost raced in NASCAR for 20 years. Can you believe that? Kyle Busch has been racing in NASCAR for 17 years. 17 years. That is absolutely insane. And now when I say 17 years, of course, it's official. I'm basically counting this when he was doing part-time Friendship Motorsports. I actually think he started racing very young. I think he started racing like 16, 17? It was really young. It was really young for Kyle Busch, 17, 18, around there. But Kyle Busch has been racing in NASCAR for a long time, and he's still got at least 10 years left in him if he really wants to. Now, of course, Kyle Busch has said that when it comes to Xfinity Series and Truck Series, if he gets 100 wins in the Xfinity Series, he's done. If he probably gets 100 wins in the Truck Series, he's done. Cup Series, it's going to be really, really debatable to see if Kyle Busch can make it to 100 wins in the Cup Series, because, of course, this past season, he only had one win, and that was Texas with the second to last race of the season. So, third to last race of the season, because it was Texas, then Martinsville. But if you guys know something about Kyle Busch, he doesn't have a good Daytona 500 record. He doesn't even have a Daytona 500 win. A two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, one of the winningest drivers in the sport, does not have a Daytona 500 win. Who does that remind you of? Who does that remind you of? One of the greatest drivers in NASCAR has many wins, but doesn't have a Daytona 500. I'm going to say a quote. It took 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. He finally wins the Daytona 500. And yes, of course, I'm talking about Dale Earnhardt. It took 20 years of trying to win the Daytona 500. Now, we're going to go through each year Kyle Busch has been entered into the Daytona 500. And I just want to say this. Researching this and looking back at this, Kyle Busch only has three top 5s. And he's been in this race for what? He's been doing this race for 17 years. And he only has three top 5s. Of course, Daytona 500 is an unpredictable track. One year, definitely Kyle Busch should have won that race had Joe Gibbs not decided on doing it differently, because a certain driver won that race that shouldn't really have won that race, because he had already won the Daytona 500 from before, and they could have at least had Kyle get his first Daytona 500, and it would have still been a special moment, even with the whole JD Gibbs things happening for Denny Hamlin. But let's begin talking about Kyle Busch's finishes in the Daytona 500. 2005 was the first season Kyle Busch officially was entered in the Daytona 500. Did not have a good run. Did not finish there. I'm pretty sure he finished almost dead last. He finished 38th in the 2005 Daytona 500. 2006 did a bit better, but not as well. But not, on the good level. He finished 23rd in the 2006 Daytona 500. He finished one spot worse in the next year in his final year at Hendrick Motorsports, finishing 24th in the 2007 Daytona 500. 2009, he finished 41st. And I'm pretty sure, I remember watching the race. Kyle Busch got involved in an accident. I mean, any bad finish from Kyle Busch, he's got an accident, but Kyle Busch really doesn't have that many finishes in the Daytona 500 that are worse than 30th. They're just a bit some because he gets caught up in a wreck, or oh my god, I don't even want to talk about this, but it wasn't even the Daytona 500, but it's the Coke 600 with Ricky Stenhouse-Jr. That was just a complete crap show. So 2010 Daytona 500, Kyle Busch ended up finishing 14th. 2011, he ended up finishing 8th, his first top 10 officially in the Daytona 500. 2012, he finished 17th in the Daytona 500. 2013, he had a bad finish and finished 34th in the Daytona 500. 2014, finished 16th in the Daytona 500. 2015, as we all know, Kyle Busch was injured during the first half of the season due to the Xfinity accident that happened the day before the Daytona 500. So we'll never know if Kyle Busch would have won that race if he had a shot to win that race. But Kyle Busch moved on. We're just going to have to move on from that year. 2016, Kyle Busch got his best ever finish up until 2019. But Kyle Busch finished third. His second official top 5 in the Daytona 500 after he finished 4th in the 2008 Daytona 500, which is also the same season where he won a lot of races, went into the chase, and basically finished last out of the 12. I think it was 12 competitors that were in the chase at that time. 2017, not a good finish for Kyle Busch, finishing 38th. 2018, finishing 25th. And now this is the one I need to talk about. 2019, where he finished 2nd place. And the guy that won happened to be Denny Hamlin. As you guys know, I've already talked about this. The moment was really special because of the passing of J.D. Gibbs and everything that he meant for Joe Gibbs Racing. If a Joe Gibbs driver won that race, it was probably going to be an emotional moment, considering the fact that Joe Gibbs ran 1, 2, 3, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr. It was definitely really, really special. But here's the thing I just want to say. They had Kyle Busch on the restart get in line behind Denny Hamlin to make sure it was a Joe Gibbs 1, 2, 3. Why couldn't it be the other way around? Because here's the thing. I know it's Kyle Busch, and not many people like Kyle Busch, but you gotta respect the man. Like, seriously, this guy's one of the greatest NASCAR drivers currently going right now. I'd probably say he has a better shot. If he had more championships, he could probably be actually considering better than Jimmy Johnson. He's not, well, yeah, I'd probably say he has a potential, well, you hear me saying potential about being better than Jimmy Johnson. But Kyle Busch that would just been such a special moment for Joe Gibbs, because not only would you have a Joe Gibbs racing driver winning for J.D. Gibbs in that Daytona 500, you would have got Kyle Busch winning his first official Daytona 500. But no, Kyle Busch has to wait a few more years, possibly even one more year in 2021. We'll see what happens when it comes to that Daytona 500. But in 2020, Kyle Busch ended up finishing 34th in the 2020 Daytona 500, which means it's been 17 years. 17 years of trying for Kyle Busch. He's 2 years away. After next year, he's 2 years away from Dale Earnhardt's record of taking at least 20 years of trying to win the Daytona 500 as a polarizing figure in NASCAR, because Kyle Busch is definitely a polarizing figure in NASCAR. So taking 20, if it takes 20 years of trying, then I'm gonna put a lot of money on that Daytona 500. What is that? 2 years from now? That's about 2023. I'm gonna put my money on 2023. Kyle Busch is gonna win the Daytona 500 in 2023 if he does not win it in 2021. That's why I'm just getting this. So when it comes to the Daytona 500 for this year, after Daytona 500 is done, if Kyle Busch does not win, I'm putting all my money on 2023. Because that is going to be the year that Kyle Busch wins the Daytona 500. He's going to do the exact same thing that Dale Earnhardt did. And Kyle Busch will finally become a Daytona 500 winner. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please do smash the like button. I'll be posting more sports content for you guys to see in the coming days. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notifications so you know my videos go live. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.